Courtside here with Colonials head coach Charlie Buscaglia. And Charlie, pretty good second half leads to a victory over the Point Park Pioneers. It wasn't easy in the early goings, but you're able to find the offense in the second half.
Yeah, they bothered us a lot with their zone, and we didn't do a good job of reacting well and hitting shots. You know, they were giving us looks from certain players. Did a great job scouting. We just got to respond better. And what I wasn't happy about in the first half was the lack of intensity on defense. You know, we're supposed to be getting loose balls. We're supposed to be diving for balls out of bounds. I'm pulling people out of games because they're not willing to give that extra energy. And then we in the second half, those dives like NECA going to the scores table and getting the ball out quickly and pushing it and seeing open players play with a different energy down the stretch, and that's why we were able to pull away. It wasn't because we hit a lot of crazy shots or just shot real well at the second half. We started getting more accountable, and we started doing things better, reading the floor better. I think a lot of it early on was jitters. We started freezing. We got to do a better job of coming in and handling the moment better.
Talk about NECA Zebo, who had a very strong second half.
Yeah, NECA's a good freshman for us. You know, she's got a lot of ability, very strong, very athletic. She's learning the game right now. I was proud of her down the stretch, how she stayed very mentally tough in the key spots to post up and to go up strong and finish. And she did a nice second half for us. She was a big part of why we came back and won.
69-52, Robert Morris defeating the Point Park Pioneers. Charlie, let's talk about Megan Smith, who started off the game a little sluggish offensively, but was able to gather herself and ends up the game with a double-double.
Yeah, we needed Megan to really step up as a junior and really be a leader out there as things were kind of breaking down. We didn't want to just be a perimeter team. You know, Megan could step in, hit the mid-range, post up, step out, shoot the ball. So she's a very versatile player that can cause a defense like that disruption. She did a good job for us to stay mentally tough after she missed a few early. She missed some early shots. We got to do a lot better job of defensively getting after it. I mean, offensively, we missed some shots, but Megan Smith defensively did a better job for us when it came to knowing where she was on the floor, being willing to be in help and step in. That's the kind of leadership we need.
Another player that I thought contributed, and not offensively like she usually does, but elsewhere, was Rebecca Novato.
You know, Rebecca was getting face fronted the whole game, and that's tough sometimes. It was a great learning experience for her because you can't get selfish when you have to work so hard to get the ball. You got to make sure that you understand that this is the way the game is played. People are going to face front you. They're going to get into you. When they see one real good shooter on the floor and they don't respect the other players, well, you got to say that my movement and me spacing out the floor is going to allow the other four players to attack well. And she has to understand that, and she did a good job down the stretch. I thought in the second half, she really stayed mentally tough even through the hard times of not getting shots off. She took one bad one in the corner there. She wanted to get one off, but I think, you know, the fact that, you know, it's a big test of humility. You know, you're used to getting open shots, you're a good shooter, but they're really face fronting you and fouling you all over the floor. You got to have the confidence that your team is going to be able to go out there and attack the defense the way they're doing it.
Talked about the jitters from the freshmen and how they were able to settle in. Talk about how your emotions are, your first official game as the head coach at Robert Morris.
You know, I've been here so long, and you know, we really worked hard up until this game, and the way we were struggling early on, I wasn't nervous at all. I mean, I'm really the type of person that just really worries about what we're doing out here, how we're playing the game, how hard we're working, if we're getting on the floor, if we're talking on defense, if we're reading the floor offensively. I'm really just focusing on the concepts of what we're doing. You know, as far as the first game and everything, to me, it's not a big deal. It's more about, it's our first game of the season, and I was worried about our players and how they would respond, especially without having Ann and Nikki out there. You know, Ann and Nikki being on the bench today and having to get through a day-to-day thing, you know, that's tough. You know, I mean, and the players have to understand that. So the response that what I was looking for, that's what I was a little concerned about. But, you know, we handled it well down the stretch.
Got Monmouth coming to the Soul Center this upcoming Sunday, so things get a little bit more difficult with the Hawks coming to Moon Township.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're going to want us. You know, they're a very well-coached team. You know, they're coming over here to get the W. You know, last year we got them at third place. I'm sure they're remembering that, like I said. And we just got to go out there and do the adjustments that we talk about in film. We got to go through the video. We got to see what we did wrong, and then we got to make adjustments. And you know, they're going to come in here ready, so we have to play a lot better.
Charlie, thanks a lot for your time. Good luck against the Hawks on Saturday, and we'll talk to you again after the game.
Thank you, Adam.
Again, Robert Morris with a 17-point victory over the Point Park Pioneers, 69-52. We'll talk to you again on Sunday as the Colonials take on the Monmouth Hawks. Tip-off at 1 o'clock. Justin Piles and I will be on the call for you right here on NEC Front Row.